طيب كذا حلو، نقعد نجرب عباله. كم باقي؟ باقي 12 دقيقة. تمام.
This is the audio-described broadcast for visually and cognitively impaired viewers. Hazy motes of multicolored light shimmer around the black and green Xbox logo.
يلا 10 دقائق
Title,
باقي.
Xbox Games Showcase. Below it, a countdown timer shows 10 minutes remaining. This is the audio described broadcast for visually and cognitively impaired viewers. Hazy motes of multicolored light shimmer around the black and green Xbox logo. Title: Xbox Games Showcase. Below it, a countdown timer shows 5 minutes remaining.
طيب خلينا بس بجرب المايك يا جماعة الخير. دقيقة، مش المايك، الصوت. لحظة. الو 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 الو. تمام. طيب دقيقة لسه ما تعدلت. خلينا نتأكد تعدل ولا لا. طيب ممتاز. هنا بس بتأكد من شغلة يعني على الصوت. صوت كويس ولا زي ما هو؟ في عندي مشكلة يا أخي. خليها بعدين نعالجها. بس نكمل على ما هو الحال الآن.
This is the audio described broadcast for visually and cognitively impaired viewers. Hazy motes of multicolored light shimmer around the black and green Xbox logo. Title: Xbox Games Showcase. Below it, a countdown timer shows 1 minute remaining.
خلي بعدين بعد البث أضبط الإعدادات. كم باقي؟ أوه خلاص دحين بيبدأ. أقل من دقيقة. ثانك يو. قال لي أنا ثانك يو. خفت يفوتني الحل. لا جيت في الوقت المناسب. تيربو. نشوف ايش الألعاب الجديدة. إن شاء الله يعني في ألعاب حلوة. أنا متحمس صراحة، مع إني ما أتوقع يعني الأحداث حق البلاي ستيشن كانت أقوى. يعني ريزن ديفل لحالها مرة كويس. أنا علي من حي الله علي، منور يا علي. هذا كيف الشات أشيله؟ دقيقة. أيوه. أنا ترى عندي الصوت اليوم ملخبط، فماني عارف الأصوات كويسة مش كويسة، لأني عارف اليوم جبت ميكسر، ماني عارف إذا في شيء غلط قل لي. يعني حتى لسه ماني عارف استخدم الميكسر الصراحة.
Multiple other screens flicker behind blood-stained glass.
Stay sharp. Don't let them surround you.
A woman snatches a bloodied snub pistol.
There should be more guns in the trunk.
At a car.
Here, strap these on.
On a dark street, Marcus hands out more sidearms.
شكلها لعبة شوتينج.
Dom performs a functions check.
We should still head to the police station. We're gonna have more firepower there. Right.
هذه الظاهر لعبة شوتينج.
It's about 2 blocks up ahead.
Okay.
صوت الفيديو شوي منخفض. اوكي نرفع شوية. صوتي أنا تمام؟
Third person shooter. Marcus and Dom escort 2 others.
أزيد كمان ولا يكفي؟
Marcus performs a perfect reload. Through the dark streets of Kelowna, dozens of locusts
عارف
float on
إعدادات
all
جديدة.
fours as they rip people apart. A cloud of red smoke
يعني هذه إعدادات
bursts up
بالنسبة
through
لي
the street
جديدة، يعني
and
ضبط.
emerges
يعني سويت
whole.
إعدادات
Several
جديدة.
locust
القديم
wretches
كله
swarm out.
كنسلناه مع الميكسر،
Marcus fires
سوينا
at them as
إعدادات جديدة
civilians flee. He
فاختلفت
pistol
الأصوات.
whips
يعني
one. He sprints past destroyed cars on an abandoned
ممكن
highway.
تخليني والله
A suspended
تعرف
train
كيف
zips
أخلي؟
overhead
قل
as
لي أنا
Marcus
ماني
picks
عارف.
up a Nasher
دقيقة
shotgun. He blasts
والله ما
apart a
أعرف.
wretch just before it leaps onto a fleeing man, showering the streets with its blood. As more emergence holes appear ahead, a city bus careens off course. It crashes
أفتح
into a
اليوتيوب
support
نفسه.
beam.
You see that? It was something big! Like huge crab fingers picking up through the street! Just the adrenaline kid. We need to keep moving through the underpass.
Let's get moving.
طيب
At a
دقيقة
police
خلينا
car.
أنا أبحث هنا.
Let me see what I can do.
One of the squad members leans in.
I'm at the fan safe.
عشان أنا فاتح في الOBS فماني عارف كيف
These things are all over me.
More tremors.
ممكن من هنا.
Out there. Anyone that can hear this.
أو
The four of
دقيقة
them
أضغط
look
على
around as
اسمك
dust
ممكن.
shakes loose from
دقيقة خلينا
surrounding
أفتح
buildings.
البث.
An immense e-hole erupts beneath a car. They dodge the car. A huge creature resembling a hand with 6
يا ولد والله
fingers
ما أعرف.
withdraws.
صدق.
Dust clouds
دقيقة
spill into the
إدارة.
street as
هذه
the holes
إدارة.
cast an eerie red glow. More locusts swarm out. Marcus, now wielding a lancer, takes cover and opens fire on locusts resembling armored soldiers.
يفترض إني أضغط
drones.
سيتنج هنا ولا إيه ما أدري.
Marcus flanks, sliding behind a planter. Hit markers appear around his crosshair as he fires.
حس ما في أنا ما أعرف ما قد حطيت في اليوتيوب.
Marcus fires around a corner, then charges a drone.
حتى في التيك توك ما في
He
إلا
stabs
واحد
and lifts
أعتقد أو
the drone
اثنين.
with his lancer's bayonet.
وما أعرف كيف سويتها لما كان عندي البرنامج التيك توك نفسه مش الOBS، لأنه يوم أعطوني مفتاح البث صرت أبث على الOBS فماني عارف كيف أسوي لحظة
Marcus
خلينا
leads the
أفتح
way.
هنا.
In a department store, a gear wearing full trooper armor
أفتح
blasts
هذه.
apart wretches. The barrel of his Mulcher miniguns rotate.
أيوة أكتب أي شيء دقيقة خلينا نشوف إذا اسمك طلع.
He squares up with his fists, but the wretch explodes in a shower of blood. Marcus's squad
دقيقة
appears.
كيفية استخدام برنامج الترميز إيش هذا؟
Where the hell did you lot come from?
We heard your distress call.
Well, you saved my ass. But we need to make ourselves
دقيقة
scarce.
يا
These fuckers keep
والله
pouring
ماني
in every
عارف.
few minutes.
The gear takes up a lancer as the ground
أنا
trembles.
صراحة يبغالي أكلم واحد يوتيوبر.
Marcus swaps to his lancer.
تيك توك فيه 30. والله ما أدري لحظة خلينا نشوف من هنا.
We're into protecting some survivors nearby. I was about to get back when I got caught in the cliff.
Now spattered with blood, Marcus takes cover behind checkout lanes and fires at a drone. He performs an imperfect
هذا اسمه
reload, then
دقيقة.
downs a second one. Marcus runs up to slice its head off with the bayonet.
Hey, Samara! These things been coming in waves?
Yeah, what's the problem till I ran out of ammo?
An unarmed drone charges out of a new
Sitting.
e-hole. It pounces on
دقيقة من هنا
Marcus,
يمكن.
then rains down blows as the gear attempts to block them. Dom appears behind it and knifes the drone in the neck.
والله ما ايش صار ما ادري.
He tosses the dead drone aside as Marcus heaves himself upright. A grenade's explosion closes
والله
the
يا علي
e-hole.
اني ما اعرف، انا صراحة النوب في قاعد احاول.
Marcus fires at more locusts through the glass of grocery freezers.
يعني لو انت تفيدني شوية بس
He
كذا.
clambers atop the freezers, vaults to another aisle, then climbs
طيب.
down behind a drone.
هنا
He
هنا
swats to his
استوديو.
nasher.
استوديو
Blood
يمكن.
showers the screen.
يبغى لي افتح بث ثاني عن طريق اليوتيوب افضل، مش عن طريق OBS.
Marcus rejoins his squad, taking cover behind a counter as an e-hole appears in the produce section.
عشان اشوف الشات هناك،
4 armed drones.
لانه هنا
appear.
يجيني بس الكلام ما تطلع لي تفاصيل، ما في السيتنج ضبط
Marcus looks to his right
مدري
as a
ايش،
drone
ما
stomps
في.
toward him. He attempts to reload.
Damn it!
He stabs the drone with
دقيقة.
the bayonet, but it doesn't even flinch. The drone slams the rifle, snapping the blade off, then grabs Marcus by
والله
the
هذه
throat.
المشكلة اللي دائما
He
اواجهها،
grabs his snub.
بس يبغى لي اشوف لي حل.
The drone grabs his wrist and wrenches the
المشكلة
pistol
إذا
out of his
فتحت
grip.
بث كذا عارف ما في ولا شيء،
The drone lifts Marcus by
ما
the
حد
neck,
بيجي،
its thick claws carving deep gouges in his face. Dom and the other squad members fail to notice. Marcus's eyes drift closed.
هذا كلر.
A chainsaw shreds apart the
لا ما
drone's
زلت ترى
shoulder,
احاول يعني
showering
بشوف لي
blood.
حل فيها
Marcus
الصراحة.
collapses to the floor. The gear holding the chainsaw offers his hand.
هذا البث استوديو.
Ty Caliso helps him up.
إدارة.
Marcus
طيب
looks
هنا
him in the
الإدارة.
eye. Title:
طيب تفعيل
Gears
نزل
of War,
تلقائية، تفعيل
E-Day.
في مدري ايش.
In a
مش
montage, a
هذا.
boomer locust steps from flaming wreckage. Marcus slides, wielding a nasher. He takes cover from a rocket fired by a
نشوف هنا
spider-like
جهة البث.
locust. More gears stab locusts. Title: Gears of War, E-Day. Emergence begins October 6th,
الإشراف.
2026.
أيوة أتوقع هذا. أعتقد هذا.
Green text appears. Play it day
الإشراف على
1 with
المنتدى.
Game Pass.
ما هو ذا
An
إشراف
Indian
منتدى.
woman stands before posters of gears. Asha Sharma, CEO of
إيش هذا؟
Xbox.
كيف اختار؟
Welcome to the Xbox Game Showcase. For the past 25 years, Xbox has delivered some of the greatest games of all
دقيقة.
time.
كأني
Games that
عرفت.
changed what was possible. Games that
كأني
brought players
عرفت.
together and
لحظة
games that
لحظة.
define generations.
بس أبنسخ اسمك.
Xbox
الظاهر
is built
هذه
on the
ماني
spirit of
عارف هي ولا
creativity
لا.
and heart. And as we kick off the show with Gears of War E-Day, it's only fitting that as we return to Xbox, we return to Gears. So today, we're announcing that Gears of War E-Day will be an Xbox console exclusive.
She smiles. Text appears over the title, Xbox console exclusive.
The core of Xbox is great games, and that's what today is all about. We're
لحظة
going to show you
شغال الموضوع
more than 25
دقيقة.
titles from creators around the world, followed by our Gears
اسمع
Direct.
اكتب اسمك
Enjoy the show.
لأنه مو راضي ينسخ
The
عندي في
Xbox
هذا.
logo floats
اكتب اسمك.
behind her. Text appears. Xbox Game Studios presents.
والله أنا قاعد
In-game
ماني
footage,
مركز على اللعبة.
Mossy overgrown ruins sit on foggy mountaintops.
Do I
Oof.
remember the moment my powers came in?
A dark-haired
اللعبة دي؟
woman in leather armor turns around.
Well, I was being crushed to death with seawater and mud and manure
علي اكتب
whilst holding onto my
أكتب اسمك.
sister's hand.
She swallows.
I remember her fingers gripped so tightly in mine that her nails drew blood. Until
She blinks, then shakes her head, her eyes distant.
I lost her grip. But she stayed away.
Text. Playground Games presents.
Does stick in the memory bit, yeah.
حتى هذا.
Title:
طيب خلاص
Isabel,
نكتبه.
hero of Wraithmarsh.
نسيت
The woman,
نكتب بدل ما.
Isabel, smiles.
إضافة مشرفين أعتقد إنه هذا إن شاء الله قول إن شاء
You
الله.
want to talk about them?
A woman
دقيقة.
bats away an offered mushroom.
They're not real heroes.
You ever seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power, how do they use it? Killing mindless beasts. Fighting petty villains. None of that matters.
Look what the guild shut out.
A real hero knows how to wield power.
دقيقة يا
Players
علي،
duel beasts in a
ضبطتك.
montage.
دقيقة.
Waste of time and trivialities.
You're back. And dressed like a twat.
Got more important things to worry about than vegetables.
A hero knows how to
تي
live with their
يو
choices.
ار في او شرط تحت 500.
I was just
ما جاني شيء.
Just sent my brother into the
Lynn?
infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission.
Remorse.
Isabel gazes off.
Remorse is for the guilty.
She holds a
خلينا
spear.
نكتب تاني.
Elsewhere, a man vomits in a tavern.
Look, I will
R,
tell you what I told
B.
you. Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it.
Red lightning topples a tower.
اوه
Doesn't need
دقيقة اوه
heroes.
بي او.
It needs a hero,
You're a monster.
Gameplay, third-person melee.
and that hero
Lightning flashes. A sword is encased in a crystal. Isabel duels another hero in a cavernous fortress. She tumbles over a ledge.
is me.
تي خلينا
A
نعيد.
title appears in
ايش الصورة
golden
حقك؟
scrollwork text.
عشان مو باين عندي.
Fable.
تي
A young man's
R.
face is bathed in firelight. A hooded figure wearing a white mask emerges from flames. Text. Coming February 23rd, 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, and
ليش ما
PS5.
يطلع؟
Text. Play it day one
TURV.
with Game Pass. Text. Xbox Game Studios presents.
دقيقة خلينا نكتبها مرة ثانية.
In flashes, UNSC Marines dash past Sergeant Johnson.
تي يو ار
Plasma bolts flash.
بي
heard the
او.
story.
شرطة تحت
Halo,
500.
chief,
Pelicans fly low.
stuff of legend.
جاتني واحد
Chief
صورة
helps Captain
سيارة
Hayes to
كذا.
his
انت في
feet.
سيارة ولا؟
Cortana's blue figure appears on a holoprojector.
But that's not the story.
شاب
I'm telling
يرتدي
today.
نظارة
Text.
شمسية
1
لونها
year
بني.
before the ring.
This one you haven't heard. I've started simple enough.
لا انت كاتب غلط ترى.
Get out before
دقيقة انت ترى كاتب
Well,
غلط.
guess what?
تي يو
Noticed.
Gameplay.
R.
First-person shooter.
الاسم
Wielding a
الحقيقي
battle
في
rifle and a plasma rifle, Master Chief
شو اسمه؟
downs several
مو
grunts and
اللي
jackals aboard a cruiser.
اللي فيه له آت.
He fires a fuel rod gun, causing explosions to bloom. Later, Johnson assembles a Gauss rifle from an attaché case.
Now you ready to get to it?
أعطيني اللي فيه له آت.
You served long enough.
آت بعدين
Learn to
اسمك.
read a battlefield.
Johnson covers Chief with the Gauss rifle.
This place, more of a freak show. And trust me, I know
تي
freaking.
A Sanshum.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far, demon?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock.
Johnson fires at a brute. It crackles with red electricity, then rips apart its comrades.
The thing with
500
simple jobs is
شرطة
they
نص
always
واحد.
get complicated.
A grunt throws a plasma grenade.
Plans change.
دقيقة خلينا نتأكد.
Odds get worse.
تي
My advice.
بي او شرطة في النص 500 شرطة.
Johnson pats Chief's shoulder. A
برضو
purple ship trails
الصورة اللي
bright
قلت لي
light
هي
in
ما
high
جات.
orbit. Text. 3 all-new missions. The legendary campaign
بدون الآت
evolved.
خليها مثلا.
Chief fires an assault rifle, then sticks a grunt with a plasma grenade. A warthog vehicle fishtails
جاتنا
into a
حسابات
firefight.
ثانية بس حسابك ما جاني تصدق.
Title. Halo. Campaign
دقيقة خلينا
evolved.
أشوف أنا
Chief, you ever get tired of being a strong,
الموقع
almost
أنت إيش
silent
كاتب؟
type?
أو صورتك يمكن تبان هنا.
Text. Available July 28th, 2026
إي
on
والله إنها
Xbox
ما تطلع.
platforms, Steam and PS5. Text. Play it day one with Game Pass. Text. In-game footage. A white woman with henna on her face and neck surveys a
دقيقة خلينا
burning
نحاول
village.
ثاني. يمكن في شيء غلط.
Logos for Asobo Studio and Focus Entertainment.
It's like it calls to me.
عارف إيش اللي يقهر في الحدث؟
You and my father found that island.
هذه اللعبة شكلها جيدة.
More to this than you understand. More than you can handle.
The woman knifes a man through the gut.
I've proven myself. Have you really?
طيب نتأكد مرة ثانية. حنكتب مرة ثانية. آت.
Later, she uses a dagger
T.
in an arena. Gameplay, third-person melee. She turns a dial.
Look at this place. It's mad.
An ancient stone statue towers.
الشرطة العادية. 500. شرطة 1 يا رب. والله ما جاني. ما أعرف له. دقيقة. إدارة المستخدمين. إرشادات. يمكن مو هذا الشيء.
A fragmented mosaic glimmers gold around a pit.
خلينا شيء كمان برضه.
Title: Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy, coming August 27th to Xbox platforms, Steam, Epic,
هذه
and
القناة
PS5.
الإعدادات المتقدمة. لا.
Text: Play it day 1 with Game
الإعدادات
Pass.
العامة لا.
Logo for Atlas.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel?
ليش ما
Text: Mysterious murders in a quiet town.
Domino might have been on that Midnight Channel before she died too.
Text:
طيب
The clues hide within the Midnight
لا
Channel.
منع نشر.
Reach out to the truth with your friends.
Oh, where are we?
Whoa.
Feels like we're someplace totally different.
منشورات أساسي.
Whatever's going on here.
كلمات لا نبغى.
To wield a persona is to wield direct control of one's heart. And the heart is strengthened through bonds.
Yukiko.
Doesn't it sound cool?
دحين دقيقة. عرفت.
Was that supposed to be him?
قول إن شاء الله. إن شاء الله المرة ذي.
I hate you, sneaky, stupid, bully jerk. I can't wait.
So, shall we?
Really? So neat.
دقيقة دحين.
Don't call me that.
Teddy.
All shadows were originally born
إن شاء الله دحين خلاص دقيقة.
And that means Senpai got killed by her other self.
No! Get
T.
out of here! Don't look at me! Does that mean you're just gonna stuff me back in your head and pretend I'm not real? I can't.
شرطة وسطية.
Gameplay: turn-based strategy.
وشرطة ثانية.
Which means that we also
1.
catch whoever's tossing people in.
والله ما جاء اسمك.
I think I'd like to help too.
ما أعرف ليه.
Away from this. But I have no problem taking down shadows.
يعني جتنا أسامي كثيرة بس الصورة ولا واحدة صورتك.
Let's team up and catch this jerk.
The team performs a joint charged attack.
المستخدمون أتوقع هنا. دقيقة نجرب هنا كمان.
Text: Play it day 1 with Game Pass. Text: Xbox Game Studios presents.
أنت حسابك هذا جديد ولا فعال ولا يمكن الموضوع له علاقة بذا الشيء.
A knob is attached to one of the tape reels. As it rotates,
شرطة.
it winds up a dangling length of string.
شرطة 1.
A ticker counts backwards as the tape rewinds. A grenade is taped to the cassette player with the opposite end of the string tied around the pin.
الحين نشوف هذه كوبي.
In the ruins of a
لا أنا صراحة أبغى أضيف صراحة كل مرة أحاول إني أضيف ماني عارف. هذا الحين فرصة حلوة.
Logo for Undead Labs.
My friends and I used to argue about what ended the world.
An older Asian man watches around a corner.
شوف أنا حسوي كذا حفظ بدون أي كلام. ما أدري جاء ما جاء. جاك شيء تأكد. أنا سويت حفظ واسمك موجود. بس ما اخترت.
The string on the cassette player shortens. It reaches the grenade pin. The man watches as it blasts apart zombies. He runs off, wielding a rifle and carrying a full survival pack. He halts at the sight of an orange smoky tower.
خلينا نعيد مرة ثانية. دقيقة نعيد إنشاء بث محتوى مباشر. طيب نشوف بث محتوى مباشر. جاء دقيقة.
At night, the vehicle plows through one of the zombies. It bounces over a dirt road toward the smoky towers.
نسحب على هذا.
A feral orange zombie gallops on all fours, its mottled skin glowing orange.
أنا قاهرني الحدث بالصوت هذا اللي حاطينه صوت واحدة AI تتكلم. هذا اللي قاهرني.
One wields a shotgun.
What matters is that when the dead come through the dark, so do we.
The survivors fire their weapons. A zombie with a bloated belly vomits acid onto them. Its distended abdomen pops when they fire at it. They make their way through a compound, shooting at fleshy masses along the walls. Flaming zombies charge through a Molotov. A glowing orange mass explodes. The utility vehicle makes its way back along the dirt road. The sun rises over perfectly clear air around the compound. Title: State of Decay 3. Coming 2027 to Xbox platforms.
يا ولد حسابك مو راضي يطلع عندي ما أعرف ليش.
Text: Play it day one with Game Pass.
والله يا صاحبي ماني عارف.
Text: Xbox Game Studios presents a feared red ball megalodon attacks a ship at sea.
On the Sea of Thieves, there have been plenty of grand adventures. But what if you could make your own Sea of Thieves experience? With our new free update, Custom Seas, you can. Let me explain. You can create new ways to play.
اوكي يا علي.
Like Rowboat Royale.
ان شاء الله نظبطها لازم ضروري.
Duke it out in a furious battle to the death. Just remember to watch out for explosive barrels.
One detonates.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine. Or skeleton snipe hunt, where the sharpest shooter with the highest score wins. Or maybe you just want to spawn this.
A chicken.
And these.
Chests.
One of those. And absolutely loads of these and, well, you get the idea.
A gunpowder barrel.
You could create a cinematic masterpiece. With enhanced camera tools, you could show romance, action, or tragedy. Or maybe just show the world from a whole new perspective. Or you could even just create a place to hang. Literally, if you want. Or you could come together for a party. Or maybe you want somewhere you just kick back and relax.
ما في شيء يحمس مرة.
Practical pursuits maybe. We're giving you your own keys to the seas. There's a whole new world of possibility ready to explore. So dive in and unleash your creativity. The tools are now in your hands. What you do with them is up to you.
Custom Seas.
Just try not to wreck the place.
A free update for Sea of Thieves coming June 18th to Xbox platforms, Battle.net, Steam, and PS5. Text: Play it day one with Game Pass. Text: Proudly made in Ukraine, inspired by the worldwide best-selling Metro book trilogy by Dmitry Glukovsky.
There is a liar in these tunnels.
Snow billows in through a hole punched in a tunnel roof. Lights flicker over their gray depths.
They call him Führer. But that is not your name. Your name is Hunter.
The Führer wears a gas mask, sash, and epaulettes.
As a Spartan, you were a legend.
Rats run through a market.
You stood for something.
But
where are the Spartans now?
A crow picks at a corpse.
To protect the metro. From you. You promised a brighter future. For our people.
Another corpse sits in a tunnel.
Now, the Norai spreads tyranny. In your name.
A trooper patrols wearing a gas mask.
You swore to crush the enemy. To face them head on. And guide the metro to the light.
The decaying remains of a city shine in dim sunlight. At night, the ranger wipes rain off his visor.
But darkness consumes you. Spreads. Like a plague.
He sets a demo charge.
It's you. From within.
A colony of bats flies past.
Every step. Every move
He holds a lighter, then activates night vision.
drowns you deeper in lies.
He fires incendiary rounds at mutants. Gameplay, first-person shooter.
Your lies. And now, Hunter, that legendary Spartan is gone.
أقل من عادية اللعبة دي.
Turn to ash.
The Ranger fires a bolt-action rifle at Nova-Reich
أقل من
troopers.
عادية
I
الصراحة.
won't stop until the Führer burns with him.
Title, Metro 2039. Lights flash over abandoned
أقل
subways.
من عادية اللعبة.
A silhouette stands before the flames. Title, Metro 2039. Coming February 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, Epic, and PS5.
World premiere.
In a forest full of multicolored flowers, a tiny bird hops along a path. It pecks at a tree, then picks up a stick that falls from it. It strikes the stick against flint to spark a fire. The flames glimmer in the bird's eyes. Cartoonish faces on the flowers look on in horror as the flames spread. The bird runs through a meadow, starting a wildfire. The bird starts more fires, breaks into buildings, then electrocutes itself with an outlet. It hops to the edge of a cliff as shadows of other birds fly along the ground. It gazes down at the forest, remaining on the ground as day turns to a rainy night. Later, the bird steals a trumpet, eats worms, breaks a wall, and throws a firework into an abandoned car. At night, the bird's eyes glow white as it carries something shiny toward a brightly glowing star. In a small crater, the star gazes down at the hopping bird. Title, Bad Magpie, coming 2027 to Xbox platforms and Steam. Text, play it day one with Game Pass.
World premiere.
Text, in-game footage. A flag flutters over the smoldering remains of a battlefield. Gigantic twisting growths tower near a seaside town as several junks float nearby. Logo for Koei Tecmo.
Countless wars have been waged throughout history in pursuit of the elixir of immortality.
Team Ninja.
A champion rises, destined to quell the chaos of this senseless cycle.
A Chinese man wears a top knot and a robe with trailing sleeves. Gameplay, third-person hack and slash. He battles a fiery dragon, then a spiny rock golem, followed by armored foot soldiers. A multi-story town is constructed into a cliff face. The warrior deflects flaming arrows.
Awaken. Phoenix.
An outline of flames appears through the warrior's body, forming a phoenix. It bursts from the warrior's body, then soars upward to create a title. Wolong 2, Wings of Ember. The warrior stands in a burning arena across from an armored man.
So, it was you who set the red cliffs ablaze.
Text, coming early 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam,
أعتقد هذه جت
PS5
في
and Switch
الحدث
2.
حقت
Text, play it day one with
Summer
Game
Game.
Pass. Text, in-game footage and cinematics.
You're ready for the challenge and the reward of opening your very own cult.
Text, lead, recruit, build, teach, fight, tomatoes, survival, flamethrowers.
You'll be going to beautiful Bedford County, USA. Teaming with locals waiting to join our family.
You scare me? You scare me.
You better reevaluate your life choices.
You pissed off a random
شكلها لعبة أونلاين دي.
You want a trophy?
Even if they don't know it yet.
Gameplay, third-person shooter. Text, single-player and four-player co-op. A chopper circles a compound.
Build a cult, and I will shield you from the apocalypse. Join us.
Magic gathers from the sky. People float. Fighter jets soar toward giant tentacles.
Looking for the owner of a severed human head. Come and collect it, or it will be given away on a first-come,
Title, Join Us, coming March 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, Epic, and PS5. Text, play it day one with Game Pass.
World premiere.
Text, Xbox Game Studios presents. Long ribbons of metallic gold ripple like the surface of a liquid, resembling a topographical map. A young white woman struggles to keep her head above the surface.
You buried your wounds.
The woman, Senua, looks around.
Left your people behind.
Statues of people stand on empty shores.
Believing time would see them heal.
هذه حلوة.
But what is left in the dark sickens.
Lines of gold
هذه
light
شكلها
flow
جيدة.
toward the sky.
And some
أوكي.
cannot be broken.
They form a rune in the clouds. Gameplay, third-person platformer. Senua carries her hand mirror on her hip as she crouches, stalking a shirtless man. She draws her sword. She slices his back, then drives the torch into his chest. Later, she slices apart more men covered in white body paint and thorns. In the golden
عرفتها.
pool, her face sinks further into the
هذه
liquid. On the
في منها
battlefield,
جزئين، ما
Senua
ادري هذا
wields a
الجزء
heavy
الثالث
halberd,
ولا
then throws a
ولا
hatchet.
اضافه. ولا يوم
One of her
فكرت اني
enemies
العبها
hovers,
الصراحه.
glowing with bright golden light.
وكل
A
مرة
beam
أبغى
shoots
ألعبها
upward as Senua
ما أدري
mouths
ليه
the
أسحب
dark
عليها.
voices words from the golden pool.
Accept what waits for you.
She shuts her eyes, and her face sinks beneath the twisting gold. Now, wearing woad face paint, she surges from a wall of gold to face a figure kneeling before the rune. Title, Senua. Coming 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. Text, Bethesda presents. Text appears on a film reel, a Bethesda Softworks production, The Call of 76.
Answer the call of all 76.
Welcome to the surface, a sprawling paradise.
ايش هذا؟
Meet the locals, learn to fish.
نفس نظام
Doesn't
كابهيد.
that sound nice? What a hoot! You found loot. This is no time to hoard. Share your stroke of luck with your pals. All aboard. Build your camp as a team. Hey, life's pretty swell, but in this Appalachian wonderland,
All is not well.
Gadzooks! It's worse than expected. Enemies are waiting in places undetected. So suit up, son, and defend our great nation. And gather all your friends when you fight this infestation. That's the play, Daddy-O. We'll tackle them all. Rebuilding our bright future from the ashes, rising tall. When you hear adventure calling, when you're looking for kicks. Answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault 70. Oh, dear.
Text, starting today, free daily rewards June 7th to 15th. Free trial, Fallout 1st, June 8th to 15th. A super mutant wields a Gatling gun. An automaton powers up. 3 players wear brightly colored power armor. Title, Fallout 76 Infestations. Available now on Xbox platforms, Steam, PS5, and PS4. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. Text, Bethesda presents. The Slayer stands before a projection of a maker.
Our flock has been led astray by your acts of defiance.
Logo for id.
Argent Noir trembles in the wake of your actions. They follow you now.
The Slayer dons his helmet. He emerges from a portal, parries a Hell Knight, then stomps an Arachnotron.
The Council has chosen. Beneath this chamber will be your tomb.
A Titan stomps the Slayer. He falls, then finds himself in a snowy landscape, shirtless and clad in a fur cape.
This place is your pain-given shape. It holds many
A spear.
I am not your enemy. I am your way out.
Gameplay. First-person hack and slash. The Slayer wields the super shotgun in his right hand and the spear in his left. The spear's blade changes from red to green as he parries oncoming attacks. He throws it, and it instantly respawns in his hand. The Slayer shreds apart hordes of demons.
With the Slayer gone, have you not found peace? The demons, they have retreated. Their war is with him.
The Slayer rip-starts his shield saw. He parries a mancubus with it, then switches to the spear mid-leap. He wields the plasma cycler against an Arachnotron, then leaps high into the air before firing the grenade launcher into the fray. He parries a cyber demon. Text. This summer, hell freezes over.
جدا سيء المؤتمرات. أقل من عادي.
A Night Sentinel wields dual blades. Title: Doom the Dark Ages Revelations. Flashback. A silhouette stands in a hospital doorway. Text: July 7th. The Slayer lays down his damaged chest piece. A forge hammer strikes it. Doom the Dark Ages Revelations, coming July 7th to Xbox platforms, Battle.net, Steam, and PS5. Text: in-game footage and cinematics. The sun rises over the Golden Gate Bridge. On a sidewalk, a hot dog cart vendor perfectly stacks sodas. An open-top convertible taxi cab shoots past, knocking them over. Gameplay: third-person driver.
يا الله يا واد هذه يمكن من أقدم الألعاب. ما أدري إيش خلاهم يفكروا يرجعوا يسووها.
A man holds a stack of 50 pizzas in the back seat. In slow motion, the taxi vaults over another man carrying a bouquet.
حقيقي.
The taxi races down cable car tracks. As passengers exit, some kick the taxi, others dance with joy. A blonde woman in a red convertible pulls up beside the taxi driver. She types on her phone, then looks pointedly at him. On his phone, alerts appear. Time to check in for your flight. Hope your passport is up to date. Title: Crazy Taxi World Tour. Coming 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, PS5, and Switch 2. The retro Xbox logo. An early 2000s bedroom includes a CRT TV and an original Xbox. A vortex appears in the center of the room, ripping posters off the walls and sucking in the electronics. The Xbox bursts apart, then reforms into a Series X with a translucent green shell. All of its internal components are visible through the sides. The matching controller hovers nearby it. Both bear the Xbox 25 logo. Green light shines in through the window, and the bedroom modernizes in a flash of light. The translucent Series X floats down onto a clean white entertainment center below a large flat-screen TV.
يعني شفتها.
Text:
حتى الألعاب اللي كانت موجودة أغلبها كانت في اللعبة شو اسمه؟ كانت موجودة في سمر جيم. في لعبة شفناها.
Xbox Game Studios presents title: Age of Empires 4 Raiders of the North.
ما في أي بوادر. لكن ننتظر. تخيلوا يجيبوا GTA. تخيل. ولا سلك سونج. أوه. ألعاب استراتيجيات هذه. مين يحب الألعاب دي؟
Gameplay: top-down real-time strategy.
والله أذكر لعبة قديمة. أنا يعني من بعد اللعبة ذيك صراحة ما لعبت لعبة زي دي. اللي هي ريد ليت اسمها.
Armies pour over green hillsides. Title: Age of Empires 4: Raiders of the North expansion. Coming fall 2026 to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5. Logo from Mojang Studios. Text: in-game footage and cinematics. At dusk, a red-haired player slices apart zombies in a forest. A ghostly face flies past her, then lights up a creeper with an eerie blue glow. The player charges and slashes it. She stares as the creeper remains standing. It walks forward, backed by zombies. A hammer smashes it aside. 3 more players appear, each wielding a different weapon. As another ghostly creeper glows in the distance, the red-headed player swiftly dashes to it, weaving nimbly between the trees. It explodes. More ghostly zombies and skeletons shamble forward. The players leap into the fray. An upgrade menu appears. Gameplay: 2.5D hack and slash. Together, the players navigate through dungeons, explore villages, and enter a fortress. The 4 players reach a dark cliff. As they look over its edge, a huge ghostly figure stomps toward them. A twisted warden glows with ghostly light.
شكلها بنسحب على هذا.
The players square up.
بنخش
Title:
gaming.
Minecraft Dungeons 2. Coming September 29th, 2026 to Xbox platforms, Steam, PS5, Switch, and Switch 2. In the dark forest, a zombie gazes up at the ghosts. Electricity sparks nearby it, forming a pixelated portal hovering in the air. The portal bursts forward. Text: Play it day 1 with Game Pass.
World premiere.
Logos for uppercut and focus. In an early
يعني حقون ماينكرافت حينبسطوا اليوم.
Ladies and gentlemen, admirers of the mysteries of magic. Take your seats before the lights go down and the curtain rises. For our next act is about to begin.
Inside, signs advertise the final performance.
Are you sitting comfortably? Are you prepared to witness feats both mystifying and illuminating? Watch closely then, and let the shadows tell their story.
Shadow puppets.
Behold, the famous Jacob Menturo, stage magician extraordinaire. So brilliant were his tricks, it cast 5 long shadows behind him. They called themselves Masters. Through a deal with the devil, the Masters sought yet more power. Their deal demanded a sacrifice. And in the darkness, they chose Jacob. Jacob was trapped in eternal torment, but the devil had other plans. He pulled Jacob from his infernal nightmare and offered a new deal. Face their legions, their tricks, every abomination they command. Take what should have been his. Escape if he can.
The shadow puppet turns into a man who breaks through the screen. He looks down at the audience, who now have glowing red eyes.
Oops.
From stage left, the announcer doffs his top hat, switching himself to red skin and short horns.
That's your cue. Run.
With a smile, he gestures to the audience. The man,
يا أخي
Jacob,
ألعاب
wields a magic
صراحة
wand to levitate away one
أقل
demon.
من عادية.
He summons a deck of cards to throw at several others. Gameplay: first-person melee. Jacob bursts out of the theater, only to find a twisted version of the city outside is crumbling into a red abyss. In a montage, his white-gloved hands throw playing cards, invert gravity, flip through a tome, and hold artifacts. He wipes condensation away from glass, and a face turns toward him. Title: Magician, the Devil's Deal. The devil appears in candlelight.
A deal's a deal, Jacob. I'll see you soon.
Text, coming 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. Text, in-game footage and cinematics. A standard bearer and 2 foot soldiers emerge from fog, each of their backpacks trailing flames.
What would you give for victory?
Elsewhere, wine pours into a goblet.
Your life? The lives of your sons?
The view falls through the floor, then emerges below to show an upside-down battlefield. The world rights itself.
The line between victory and defeat is thin.
2 French Fusiliers tend a fallen comrade, each bearing orange growths.
What if you had within you power, terrible and divine,
حمسونا تكفى.
to destroy your enemies, break their will? Would you have the strength?
شكلها لعبة سولز أو
to wield it?
A lone man conjures flames from his palm against a clockwork cyborg. Gameplay, first-person fighter. The man explodes a Fusilier's head.
لا جدا جدا عادي. اليوم المؤتمر الصراحة حق بلاي ستيشن كان أحلى
The
بكثير.
man clenches his fist to form grappling hooks of purple energy. He vaults through a mind-bending dimension.
For your country. For your empire.
Another man dons a bicorn hat. As the magic wielder looks out to the battlefield, his eyes switch to the other man's.
For your emperor.
Title, Valor Mortis, starring Vincent Cassel as Napoleon. Text, coming September 24th to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. Text, Bethesda presents. 3 hooded figures walk through a crowd.
Glenumbra's full of thieves. What is it you're after? Don't take this the wrong way, but we've been watching you. You've got talent and a lot of promise.
Stop! Thief!
A Khajiit flees. Another thief throws a smoke bomb at a guard.
يا أخي التصوير كله للآن صراحة ما في شيء.
Title, The Elder Scrolls Online, The Thieves Guild is back.
يعني ما حسيت إنه في كذا لعبة شدتني بالتصوير والجرافيكس وذا الكلام إلى الآن.
This job is going to need every trick in the book.
I heard that caravan should arrive tomorrow.
2 thieves stalk a caravan. They spark an explosion, allowing them to loot a silver key.
Some jobs call for slick distractions and quick fingers, but you never truly know what's behind a door. Or if that's not quite your style, step out of the shadows and take a direct approach.
A Nord hurls a dagger to save a fellow thief from his attacker. She salutes.
There's other treasure all around the world, if you know where to look and are willing to fight for it.
While 2 ships are locked in battle, 3 thieves sneak along the ocean floor.
Whether it's fortune, adventure, or danger, the Thieves Guild has everything you need, as long as you're willing to take it.
A vault door opens.
Don't mind if I do.
جدا عادي يا جماعة الخير. ما أحس إنهم
Title, The Elder Scrolls Online. One
لازم
thief is
يكون
transported to
في
a snowy
جوهرة
mountaintop.
في الحدث هذا يعني مستحيل يحط لك هذه الألعاب كلها
Return of the Thieves Guild. Join the heist July 8th.
بدون أي يعني لعبة مميزة أقل شيء واحدة فقط. فاجئونا في الستونج أقل شيء.
Xbox Game Studios presents. Text, celebrating the beauty of the United States, featuring national parks and national monuments. Text, in-game footage. A glider soars past a herd of elk in Yosemite as the sun sets behind them. In a montage, various planes fly over expansive environments as text appears for each. The Great Smoky Mountains, Dry Tortugas, Big Bend, Guadalupe Mountains, Rocky Mountains, Great Sand Dunes, Canyonlands,
كذا سوالي إحباط.
Bryce Canyon, Zion, Death
تم
Valley,
تدمير
Yosemite.
المعنويات الآن.
Crater Lake, Mount
يعني
Rainier,
فكر يلعب لعبة
North
طيران
Cascades, Glacier,
أنا أستغرب من هذه الألعاب.
Yellowstone, Grand
أوكي
Teton,
التصوير حلو وجميل، بس
Badlands,
إيش تستفيد
Mount
طاير فوق
Rushmore.
الجو؟
A stunt plane performs an upright barrel roll over the Grand Canyon.
يعني طاير فوق
Text, the sky is
البقر
calling.
بجميع
Answer the
الطيارات،
call.
نقي طيارة وتطير فوقهم. إيش المتعة
Title,
في اللعبة؟
Flight Simulator 2024.
ما أحس
World
إنها فيها
Update
متعة أبداً.
22 coming July 4th to Xbox platforms, Steam,
ما
and
تدري، ممكن في
PS5.
ناس يحبون الأجواء دي، بس
At a stunt course,
ما أدري.
7 propeller planes zip past.
ما استمتع بالألعاب زي دي أبداً.
Text, National Championship Air Races coming fall 2026. Text, play it day 1 with Game Pass.
The mountain stands here, yet it cannot be seen. The wind passes without a sound. People move within.
Pagodas and bridges crisscross mountaintops. Title, Where Winds Meet.
The Moists move in secrecy, renowned for their mastery of mechanisms. As the old order begins to fall,
A man deploys a mechanical wing.
no one can remain untouched. When all is obscured, the battle has only just begun.
A megastructure hovers over a placid lake, shimmering like shattered glass.
Beneath every mechanism, the true game lies in the human heart. This is your game to decide.
Gameplay, third-person fighter. A warrior sinks into regimented martial arts stances as he defends against partially mechanized opponents. He blocks a straight sword
هذه
with
هل
gauntlets,
تتوقعون أنها
absorbs
كانت
magic projectiles, and attacks with a mix of hand strikes and twin pistols.
كانت موجودة في الحدث هذا؟
Title,
صراحة
Where
جيدة.
Winds
هذه
Meet,
اللعبة
with
الوحيدة الآن.
exclusive benefits for Xbox Game Pass members, starting today on Xbox platforms. And Hidden Mountain, coming July to Xbox platforms, Steam, Epic, and
اللعبة دي موجودة
PS5.
أصلا فري. لا لا العادية.
Dracula's castle is just ahead. I have come here to destroy you, just like my father, mother, and their allies before me.
A white woman with a long blonde braid runs through fantastical castles. Gameplay, side-scrolling platformer.
No one believed me when I said the newest Belmont would be a girl.
She avoids traps, then swings from a rope of golden light. A map appears, followed by cards. A clock shatters.
God has given you another chance, Rose. You must use it wisely to better control your curse and strengthen yourself.
The woman, Rose, leaps between walls, duels a minotaur, and unleashes a blast of golden magic. It petrifies 3 thralls.
You are no more than an irritating thing. What makes you think you can stop me this time?
A red-eyed woman appears, wearing only dripping blood over her chest and shoulders.
I've always wanted a pet Belmont.
Rose battles her in a throne room flooded with blood.
Stupid girl. I will show you what hell is.
More bosses appear.
I am Rose Belmont, and I will hunt the night!
Before an illustration of the muscular Rose, scrollwork text appears, 1 word at a time. October 15th, 2026. Title, Castlevania, Belmont's Curse. Coming October 15th to Xbox platforms, Steam, and PS5. Key art by Katsuya Terada. Logo for Serenity Forge. Text, Studio Meadowflower presents in-game footage.
Some years have a color to them.
In animation, dialogue appears for a young girl. I wonder what this sprout will grow into.
A haze that seems to fill the whole world.
She leaves a forest and speaks to a humanoid catfish. I saw a sprout growing in the old tree hollow.
In its glow, you discover wonderful new places.
She meets a girl in a pink dress.
Dear friends you always needed.
A white dog in a dress says, I was worried you might not find your way here. Sometimes I think these
عيال
forest
هذه لعبة
paths are
بالله
always
هذه لعبة.
changing.
and golden moments which linger on the warm breeze.
Gameplay, top-down exploration. The catfish says, "Hey Jenny, why don't you come join us? We're just reminiscing about old times." The girl, Jenny, frowns at herself in a mirror. The girl in pink says, "Let's stay best friends like this forever, Jenny."
As you live your days as dreams.
Jenny and the tree hollow are miniaturized under a glass bell jar, which sits in a rundown sunroom. Text: Sprout quickly, little tree. But can this small world contain you? Title: Vivarium, coming 2027 to Xbox platforms, Steam, and Epic. Text: Play it day 1 with Game Pass.
World premiere.
Logo for Atlas. The logo disappears into thick rain clouds. Text: In-game footage and cinematics. In darkness, heavy rain falls over jumbles of gravestones. They disappear. The graves wink back into view. Sickly green light gleams off the raindrops. Darkness briefly eclipses them. The view continues along the rows of gravestones. The rows all lead toward a central plinth. Towering above the hundreds of graves is a statue of a headless figure wearing a long cloak. Gnarled tree limbs reach into the sallow green sky as lightning flashes. On the statue, a shadow of an arm reaches out. Flashes of eyes, mouths, hands, and letters which spell "Who are you?" A title appears.
معطي أجواء سيئة جدا. ما وفقوا ترى في التسويق ولا يعني حتى في التحضير للحدث هذا. ما تعبوا جابوا واحد يتكلم.
Play it day 1 with Game Pass.
World premiere.
Text: Activision presents. Text: Cinematic CGI. Sunlight shines over fluffy clouds and a meadow with 2 long-legged songbirds. Text: In a realm beyond. The birds nuzzle each other, but both flee when darkness falls over them. Lightning flashes as silhouetted wings soar overhead. A 3-fingered hand grips a staff with a huge pink crystal. Text: A new evil rises. Clawed purple feet run over a desert. Spyro the dragon lopes over the sand, flaps his wings, and takes to the skies. Text: A legendary hero soars.
يعني في ناس
He
ممكن
twirls
يستمتعوا
above
فيها
the
الصراحة
clouds,
لكن
but
أنا ما
pauses when
هي
he spots an immense dark tower in the shape of the staff. Title: Spyro, A Realm Beyond. Spyro soars under a bridge, then spits fire blasts. Gameplay: third-person platformer. Text: Take Flight, Spring 2027 on Xbox platforms, Steam, PS5, and Switch 2. Text: Play it day 1 with Game Pass. Text: Xbox Game Studios presents. A Zeppelin flies over a city in a rainy night.
It's my kind of night. Alarms are ringing. Bullets are flying.
What you do that for?
My fingers slipped. And every copper in the tangle is on my tail.
Logo for In Exile Entertainment.
والله ما تحمست يا جماعة الخير. أبدا. يعني أحس إنه الألعاب جدا عادية، ما في شيء يخليك
Ulysses.
أعتقد حنكتفي بهذا
القدر. The man uses a clocking terminal to dump fish past guards. An automaton, Nazim.
You'll have better odds getting through without me. Everyone knows you're easy pickings for someone with any sand. Then give my regards to the Sandman.
A brawny man in a bowler hat, Erasmus.
Cheap rubbish.
The player, Morgan, fires a revolver in an explosive barrel.
A corpse in hand is worth two in the grave, as they say.
Hazel.
Look at the bloody airships. We're not here for you.
Not here for me. I'm Anne fucking Darrow.
Text, Anne fucking Darrow.
Time to lay our hands to mischief.
We've been preparing to rob Griswick's vault for months now. We're putting the heist tonight, yeah? Morgan, get to that crane to lower the ship.
An automaton.
Greetings. I am the Miracle Industries auto-loading crane. If you have the authority, I am at your service.
What happens if I fired a few holes in you?
The lift is now unlocked.
Morgan looks over a ledge as an aristocrat woman appears with police.
Ah, defeat. How sad. You were all doing so well.
Ulysses scowls.
Do you expect us to go quietly?
Well, I certainly don't expect any trouble from some of Avalon's most disposable citizens.
A bulky armored automaton drops on the deck, then charges them.
Hello, frightened human. I can get you out of this.
A small flying contraption appears. Time slows. Text rewinds from 1895 to 1867.
You've just jumped about 25 years back in time. This place, on this day, is ripe for changing the course of history.
This life ain't one for granting easy choices, but I just found a way to control the past. Change who's in control. Make things unfair in our favor.
A doll with a ruffled collar.
Brought you a little toy with a big mouth.
What a proper little villain.
A better villain than you'll ever be, you decrepit old soak.
In a theater.
The pimp, the plod, the priest. Who do we like the least? Oh, it's different how they do ya. The ways they stick it to.
Morgan fires a variety of automatic weapons as a tart kicks up her skirts on stage.
Gonna screw you in the end.
Gameplay, first-person shooter.
Nothing's ever given to folk like us.
طيب.
Especially not the future.
Morgan uses a mechanical gauntlet to create a time vortex with a shredder.
But this time, we've a chance to steal it. What more could an honest thief ask for?
Well, they're all going to screw you in the
An armored guard wields a flamethrower. Morgan fires a steam-powered rifle. Title, Clockwork Revolution. Text appears inside a clock. Coming in due time. The gears wind forward to instead read, Coming in 2027, Xbox console exclusive. Text, play it day one with Game Pass. An older white man, Matt Booty, Chief Content Officer at Xbox.
Clockwork Revolution is an original experience full of intriguing characters and incredible world building. And it's an Xbox console exclusive coming in 2027. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is a milestone year for us as we celebrate 25 years with you. And we're excited about our lineup of iconic games. Record-breaking Forza Horizon 6, the return of Master Chief, rebuilt from the ground up, the extraordinary world of Fable, full of choice and consequences. Incredible games from our partners at Sega, 4A Games, Koei Tecmo, and more. And players can look forward to 2 upcoming exclusives, Gears of War E-Day in 2026 and Clockwork Revolution in 2027. In a moment, we'll dive into Gears of War E-Day. But before we do, one franchise that has been with us from the beginning is Call of Duty. Now, it's bigger than ever, with a new Modern Warfare later this year and a movie on the way. Last month, the teams at Infinity Ward and Activision gave us a glimpse of the story and gameplay. Today, they are back with a first look at DMZ, reimagined in a way that only Call of Duty can deliver.
Matt grins. Text, Activision presents. In a living room, an old CRT TV sits on a lace doily. Text, in-game footage with screen images added. The TV switches from a cartoon to a news broadcast. Subtitles. Under the wise and benevolent guidance of our respected leader.
مخلينا العاب الجامدة الحين ولا كيف؟
Subtitles.
خلتونا ننام.
The Korean peninsula remains orderly and strong. The former industrial incident within the southern exclusion region, long since contained through the heroic efforts of the state, poses no threat to the stability of our nation. Rain falls over Seoul as DPRK soldiers salute. Subtitles. The exclusion zone is secure. Title, entering the DMZ.
Inside the mall is a set of black files carrying bounty intel on a high-value target. Locate the files and eliminate the HVT. Expect contact.
Text. Many squads will infill, not all will exfil. Player voice chat added.
Dark as hell. That's why you got NVGs, man.
Hey, I'm gonna head downstairs real quick. See if there's any weapons or gear laying around.
No, that's a negative. That's not why we're here.
I'm gonna be fine. It's only gonna take 2 seconds.
I say again, that's a negative. Okay, get your ass upstairs.
One player enables their night vision. Gameplay, first-person shooter. As he examines a corpse, an enemy grabs and performs a finisher on him.
Damn, he's down. Let's go help him.
Hell no. That's on him. I told him to get his ass up here.
Copy.
الو يا فيصل من جديد. حيو. ارحب
The two
ارحب.
operatives leave a room into a hallway. The player aims a light machine gun.
والله مؤتمر الصراحة سيء.
On you.
The player
ما
follows.
في لعبة حلوة.
Overwatch to actual. Letting that intel compromise your location. Enemies are alerted to your position.
Shit.
إلا لعبة واحدة بس.
The night vision lags slightly as they enter an open balcony of the mall. The player eyes a side room as he passes.
Damn.
He disables the night vision as they pass advertisements and banners.
Hey, hold on. What's up?
Blood spatters the screen as both
يمكن
operatives
حقنا
unleash
ألعاب
tracer
الشوتر
fire at a lone
حينبسطوا
enemy.
يعني في الألعاب دي أنا صراحة مالي فيها.
Fuck.
لكن ممكن يحبونها على اللعبة.
A second enemy fires from above.
أنا
The player
صراحة مش
vaults the
جوي.
balcony to the lower floor as the screen glitches. They both fire down a corridor until the second operative throws a Molotov to obscure their position. They fall back to an elevator. Incoming rounds pepper the doors as they slide closed.
Boys are making a lot of noise. Be aware. More enemy hostiles are now hunting your position.
Was that the HVT?
Hey, fuck the HVT. Let's just go to Expo.
The second operative is immediately downed as he exits onto the rooftop. The player annihilates his attacker.
I got you, man.
He uses a syringe, then drags the other operative back into the elevator.
You good?
اللعبة إيش
All right. Let me get some ammo. Yep.
He walks up to the bloodied enemy corpse and loots a PKM machine gun.
Oh, hell yeah.
They exit into a bright city square.
هذا الشيء اللي نخليه AI يتكلم. مرة ما
A
تعبوا على
green flare
العرض.
accompanies the green smoke on a nearby rooftop. They dash toward a street.
Oh, shit.
They take cover just as a light tank and an armored personnel carrier drive past. Sniper fire rains down from a rooftop. They break into the doors of a police station, finding one enemy inside. The player mows him down, then aims up a stairwell. No subtitles appear. The player returns fire up the stairs.
I'm inside.
Get your ass to the roof right now.
Copy.
He kneels by the corpse.
Please have medical. Oh, thank you.
As the player ascends toward the third story of the stairwell, he unwraps and applies a bandage to his wrist.
Hey, Locker, you downstairs?
The player flees onto the roof just as the chopper is touching down. His blood spatters the screen. He and the other operative return fire just as a rocket hits the roof. The player fires wildly at an oncoming enemy chopper. He manages to sprint aboard. In a montage, players fire at one another on opposite sides of a bank vault. One wears a skull helmet. Another wields a belt-fed grenade launcher. Text, extract or die trying. 3 players clip to a hull line attached to a plane as it flies overhead. It yanks them upward. Title: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 DMZ, coming October 23rd. Play first at Fanatics Fest in July. A 10-second countdown timer appears below a red cogwheel with a skull in its center. The gear ticks down. Red splatters surround the skull and it shatters to form a title: Gears of War E-Day Direct. Text: all game captures represent in-development footage. At night, a seaside city glimmers with dozens of skyscrapers. Several developers enter an office. One types at a laptop with a sticker that reads, "No weak shit." Text: Mike Crump, studio head.
Welcome to the Coalition here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, home of Gears of War. When Gears debuted in 2006, it instantly redefined the genre. And now in 2026, we're on the cusp of another rare moment. A chance to honor where we've been, celebrate with our fans, and lay the foundation for where Gears is going next.
A man bobs his head while he plays a keyboard.
To get there, we're taking it all the way back to the day the world changed and the fight began. Emergence Day.
A clawed hand reaches up from an e-hole. A wretch leaps out and shreds a civilian.
It's a day of unimaginable loss that sits at the heart of our universe. And today, for the first time, we're ready to take you inside the studio and show you all the ways to play with our new movements, weapons, and modes that will make E-Day the most brutally satisfying Gears yet.
Is that all you got?
In gameplay, Ty rescues Marcus. Text: Matt Searcy.
Before we talk about what this game is, I think it's important to share why we chose E-Day. When we started this project, we were moving to Unreal Engine 5. It was a new foundation with a blank slate. So we took a moment to reflect on what makes Gears so special to us and to our fans. And we realized that all of the things that make this world feel so unique, brotherhood, brutality, that melancholy beauty, and over-the-top spectacle, they're all perfectly set up in this one moment in time, E-Day.
An e-hole bursts through a street.
The moment the locust ripped through the ground and changed the history of Sarah forever. And to tell that story, we wanted to build an experience that evoked the vibes of the original Gears game.
Footage plays from the Mad World trailer in 2006.
So we started with this one still from the Mad World trailer. It's Marcus facing down the locust, defiantly firing into the darkness against overwhelming odds. And we said, this is the emotional core of Gears. This is the tone and feeling that we wanted to build our next game around.
Kate Rayner.
This is our most ambitious game yet. E-Day is a story we haven't been able to tell before because we didn't have the technology to do it. We finally have the tools to reimagine the Gears world at a new, unprecedented level of detail.
A suspended train zips past as Marcus fires his Nasher shotgun.
We're pushing Gears to new heights with the densest, most detailed world we've ever created.
A crumbling pavilion.
With seamless, large-scale environments.
It's even worse from up here.
Fully dynamic ray trace lighting.
Reflections of TV screens flicker.
And richer real-time destruction. Starting with an empty hard drive, we literally rebuilt everything from scratch. Characters, enemies, weapons, animation, sound, the world itself. And then we tear it apart in front of you.
A courthouse collapses into an e-hole.
You'll fight against bigger and more brutal enemies with new and craftier weapons and navigate the battlefield with more natural character movement so that every moment of emergence plays smoother and hits harder.
Marcus charges. Matt.
This is a game that feels like Gears, but plays like new.
Now, we're inside.
It's a return to the feelings that we had when we played the original games, but now reimagined, evolved, and enhanced with the power of a new engine.
Fires flicker and power lines spark near destroyed cars. Text: Nicole Fawcett, brand director.
E-Day is set before the events of the original Gears of War. After decades of conflict, peace has finally been declared on Sarah, and the Gears have returned home.
At the Armored Prayer bar, Marcus is in plainclothes as he sets down 3 beer bottles. Dom hangs up a payphone.
Love you, baby.
Marcus Phoenix and Dominic Santiago are young veterans trying to adjust to civilian life while grieving the loss of someone they both loved.
Cog tags sit on the table between them.
Carlos Santiago, Dom's older brother and Marcus's best friend.
To Carlos. To Carlos. Best fucking brother anyone could ask for.
Carlos died in combat in a moment of sacrifice before the war ended, and without him, Marcus and Dom's relationship is distant.
The emotion from our refinery tipped power.
With the world just barely on the cusp of peace and our characters coming to terms with their new reality, the locusts emerge and change everything.
This is the Coalition Emergency Broadcast System. There are reports of multiple tremors causing minor damage across Kelowna.
E-Day tells not one, but two origin stories. The start of this world falling apart and a brotherhood coming together. And over the course of 3 intense days, you'll see how loss reshapes this world and our characters, beginning with a night of desperate survival in a brand new city.
Marcus kicks open double doors to utter chaos in the streets. Police lights flash. Text, Arjen Hanbach.
We decided to focus our story on just one city, so you could really feel what war does to people. When we started creating Kelowna, we wanted it to be more than just a backdrop. We wanted to feel alive, like it was another character in the story, packed with layers and personality.
Enormous statues of hands hold a gear wheel.
Kelowna used to be all about innovation and discovery. But years of industrialization for the Cog War effort totally reshaped it. With such a rich history, it made sense to lean into that classic Gears retro vibe.
Small fires burn along the dark facade of the Kelowna Hotel.
Towering architecture, robust vehicles, and grounded technology. Kind of like those gritty industrial cities from the 1970s. We also looked right outside these windows at the mountains, the ocean, and local landmarks to help give Kelowna its unique style.
Smoke rises near a suspension bridge, which stretches over a conifer forest.
As you play the campaign, the city reveals itself through the main districts. The historic center, with its classic Gears architecture in stone and steel. The downtown core, more modern, reshaped by decades of industrial growth. The military airfield, set at the forest edge with shipyards nearby, the refineries, and supporting working-class neighborhoods, built around constant emulsion production.
Matt.
Gears plays best in a city, and Kelowna is the ultimate battlefield.
Marcus and his squad stack up on a corner.
Kelowna's density, tight streets, mixed with open spaces, let us rethink how a gear moves through the world, and it created the perfect stage for greater scale and verticality in combat.
He mantles onto a subway car, then fires up a grand staircase.
Our soldiers are basically giant tanks in armor. They slam into cars, weaving through hails of bullets.
Motion capture actors shoulder check props.
And we wanted to keep that heaviness, but add more fluidity to how you move through the battlefield. Cover is life in Gears. And we've completely rebuilt our movement and cover systems, with smoother transitions and a bigger range of cover heights and shapes, including new low ground cover. This all allows us to create more complex and organic feeling spaces than ever before. From Sprint, you can now slide, which lets you quickly get under objects, slide around corners, or transition more smoothly into cover from a run. And we added the ability to jump, which really opened up this citywide battleground. We get to play with more verticality, climbing walls and vehicles, or clearing gaps in crumbling buildings to reach new flanking routes. At the heart of our gameplay is still that great Gears combat puzzle. A mix of unique enemy combinations, tactical weapon choices,
Marcus swaps to a light machine gun, then the lever-action Gnasher.
And your ability to read and move through the arena. But now you have more choice than ever, and we get these peaks of almost action movie sequences.
Marcus shotguns a drone.
You can throw yourself off a balcony, land next to your buddy and revive him, scramble through cover, slide under a truck, and hit safety on the other side. We get these amazing Gears playgrounds, small and large, where all these elements come together, and the city is filled with them.
Raul Figueroa, campaign design.
Our missions move across the city, from linear fights in narrow streets and alleys to more open districts, where you have access to entire neighborhoods. Now you have strategic choices. Do you take the enemy head on? Do you flank them from a side entrance? Or do you climb up to the balcony across the street and take them all out with your long shot? It's up to you. And if you're playing co-op with your friends, well, then you can try all three at the same time. Taking your own path reveals small stories from the city. Survivors trapped in an apartment.
There's a civilian in that building.
Help!
Fourth floor.
A raven cries in the distance. A group of gears ready an ambush. You still have your orders, but it's up to you to decide where you offer to help or how much of the city you choose to explore.
And that city is fully realized.
Colin Penty.
To create a city of this scale and detail, we needed to invest in an entire suite of tools. Tools for roads, intersections, sidewalks, e-holes, buildings, rooftops, and pipes. We have a procedural content generation toolset for scattering millions of pieces of trash and debris across the ground to make Kelowna feel lived in.
In-engine detritus appears.
This is the largest, most complex location you've ever seen in a Gears game.
At a map table.
But the board control is connected to an older antenna. I can reconfigure their radios to reach Afira.
Several gears nod.
Do it. The remaining gears will hold the fort.
Raoul.
In other Gears games, the world's basically already dead. There are very few human survivors left. But in E-Day, you're watching a live city get ripped apart in front of you.
The facade of an apartment building crumbles.
People who once went to work, sporting events,
والله يا جماعة الخير مؤتمر عادي ما في ألعاب جميلة صراحة إلا واحدة حسيت إن هي اللي جيدة الباقي كله عادي كله عادي ممكن الحين بسطوا حقون كول اوف ديوتي أو ألعاب الشوتر ما أدري هذه اللعبة اللي هم يراهنون عليها صراحة أنا ما أعتقد أنها تعجبني ما هي ستايل أبدا.
Marcus by the neck, its thick claws carving deep gouges in his face. Colin.
بس تصويرها جيد للأمانة.
At all scales in E-Day through our customized destruction technology.
Bullets rip through groceries at a checkout lane.
والله ممكن نجربها ليش لا يعني.
Unleashing waves of enemies from under your feet at any moment.
The E-hole emanates a red glow.
As a game design element, getting to use e-holes again as a
لكن
spawn mechanic
مبدئيا
is
كذا أنا أعرف جو الألعاب هذه اللعبة ما أعتقد.
You can toss a grenade in to close them up. Just adds this great tactical layer to encounters.
But you'll also encounter massive sinkholes that'll pull down vehicles and entire buildings. And no amount of detail is too small, as micro-destruction goes beyond what we've ever done before with chippable cover across a range of materials. Your impact is real, visceral, and leaves a mark on the world.
Automatic fire leaves
يا أخي طولوا في اللعبة. كفاية إنه المؤتمر مو حلو أصلاً. يعطيك وصف للعارف اللي يقنعك. والله المؤتمر حق اللي قبل أمس هذا اليوم الجمعة عفواً. يعني ما أعطانا التفاصيل في الألعاب بس شوقنا. شوف الدق جزئية. تفرج هذا اللعب حيكون يعطيك ممكن الجيم بلاي يوريك جزء بسيط من الجيم بلاي ويوريك لقطات بس يعني يمكن ما تاخذ 5 دقائق حتى أقل من 5 دقائق. هذا هنا يعني طول الصراحة. ألعاب كثير طولوا. يعني عارف لا تخلي اللاعب يعني انت تشوق اللاعب. هذا اللعبة ما نزلت تشوق وتعطيه اجزاء كذا تحمسنا والله حيصير كذا وتخلي الناس. انت دحين اعطيتنا اللعبة بالكامل وانا بالنسبة لي اللعبة ما عجبتني يعني هذا بعد ما انت وصفت لي اياها. يعني على سبيل المثال لو هذه اللعبة شرح بس كذا ورانا جزئيات بسيطة أفضل لقطات جيم بلاي جزء بسيط وأفضل لقطة في اللعبة وأعطانا عناوين رئيسية ممكن إنه أنا أقول اللعبة واو. بس الحين يا رجل أصلاً كرهت اللعبة.
The entire campaign is played from the perspective of our new squad, Bravo. As the invasion breaks out, you'll meet Mags Carter, a former gear now
بس الأمانة تصوير قوي. أنا عجبني التصوير مو مرة قوي بس يعني صراحة التصوير يمكن أفضل شيء اللي مخلي اللعبة اللي شفع لها. بس أنا ما أحب أجواء هذه اللعبة في النهاية عشان أكون واضح معكم إنه هذه اللعبة ما عجبتني بحكم إنه هذا أجواء الألعاب هذه أنا ما تناسبني الصراحة. أحب ألعاب تقديم سولز أشياء زي كذا يعني.
We follow Bravo Squad with our cinematic cameras, just like the intense war movies we love.
A downed chopper falls into an e-hole.
يا رجل وش وصفوا اللعبة خلاص ختمنا اللعبة إيش باقي؟
And leaning into these rough edges is what makes you feel like you're right in the middle of the action.
والله ما بقي إلا يختمها.
V.
Bravo's story also intertwines with others called to defend the city, including returning characters like warrior philosopher Ty Caliso.
Our roads converge again. Marcus Phoenix. Ty.
And fans of the books will finally get to see the hard-ass Raven pilot Gil Gettner in-game for the very first time.
A blonde white woman.
Let's go and fuck this mess.
Arian.
Marcus and Dom are absolute legends. You can spot those strong jaws and thick necks from a mile away. But if you go too realistic, you lose those unique features that make them stand out. Honestly, Marcus just isn't Marcus if you take away his classic perma-scout. So instead of chasing perfect realism, we focused on making them believable and memorable, respecting the details that really make them who they are.
Devs sit at workstations. Kate.
Material and character fidelity in Gears of War E-Day far surpasses anything we've been able to achieve before. Our facial animation systems have been completely upgraded for E-Day, with 3 times more joints and over 350 facial shapes sculpted for each head alone to really represent the emotion in our characters. Marcus has more detail in his eyelashes than his entire character model did in the original Gears of War on Xbox 360.
Phoenix, Marcus, Sergeant, 26 RTI C Company. Next to kin, Adam Phoenix.
With the amount of layers we have, we've never had fidelity at this scale.
Dom gazes mournfully out of a chopper.
Combined with a much more sophisticated animation rig, this allows us to have way more expressive characters with a huge range. From a small smirk to yells on the battlefield.
Come and get some, you goddamn grubs!
Your experience takes on a new intensity. We're pushing the graphical limit with 4K Ultra HD resolution, native HDR10 rendering, hardware ray tracing at 60 frames per second in campaign, and up to 120 frames per second in multiplayer.
A drone guns down a civilian. Arian.
When it comes to the Locust, to make them more believable, we made them scarier. The drones are wild and vicious.
A drone rifle butts a man.
The boomers are even bigger this time around. Like living battering rams smashing through doorways onto the battlefield. The wretches scream so loud it disorients you before they rip you apart. And the Reavers, they crawl up buildings and rain fire from above. Basically, the whole Locust army, whether new or old, are more intense than ever before.
Marcus takes cover from Reaver fire. Later, Dom looks down at him.
So what now, Marcus? We save everyone we can.
Key art shows locusts in sharp detail. Blood glistens on their faces. Colin.
Gears of War has never been a horror game, but the world has always felt horrifying.
A Reaver yanks a gear through a hole smaller than his body.
And with E-Day, we lean into that even more. Our new gore system means damage feels meaty, responsive, and satisfying.
That was satisfying.
Muscle and cloth deforms in response to your attacks, and blood and bone damage adds to the intensity of combat. Gore is localized as well. Shoot a locust in the armor leg, and you'll see the bullet take a chunk out of it. Or land a heavy shot on a limb, and our dismemberment system will rip it clean off in glorious detail.
Raul.
The Nasha is going to get you the most satisfying shots, covering you in blood, or pop heads from afar with the long shot. We've revamped our favorite weapons for E-Day. And of course, we also have some fun new ones for even more brutal ways to tear your enemies apart. The new Gut Puncher grenade launcher is a COG weapon that fires armor-piercing explosive rounds. Quick fire round to let it explode. Or hold the trigger to control when it explodes. That means you can place a well-timed explosion behind an enemy protected by cover. Or with practice, master
ابدا هذا مو تشويق والله ابدا مو تشويق.
The incinerator is our new shotgun. You can see the emotion.
والله المؤتمر اللي جاي يا الله فرق
A
بين
green
هذا وهذا.
splash chars a drone's flesh.
Before, you'd probably get into a grapple if an enemy came charging at you. Now, you feel the power of getting to incinerate them when they get close.
Marcus flanks a drone.
And of course, the Lancer.
Nice.
The creation of the Chainsaw Lancer is another origin story from lore that we wanted to show in E-Day. From the moment that Ty grabbed that chainsaw to rip through a locust at the superstore, to a prototype kit bash on the front lines of the invasion, all to deliver on that gratifying moment when you finally get to slice a grub in two.
Motion capture actors grapple. Text, Johnny Morgan, audio director.
Gears music has always been about tension, escalation, and release. When a fight kicks off, the music hits hard. It tightens as things get more dangerous. And when you've dropped the last enemy, you hear that familiar big ringing chord. For E-Day, we kept that structure, but made the sound harsher. Together with our composer, Adam Lastica, we built the score to match a world on the verge of collapse. The electric guitar returns alongside classical instruments, but both are pushed into uncomfortable territory.
Adam plays a cello.
Like dragging a bone saw across a cello, creating dissonance that never fully resolves.
In a cavern, Mags holds up a blue flare.
Where the hell are we?
In a Foley studio.
And then there's the sound design.
شوفوا طريقة الأصوات كيف.
All chainsaws have voices. When it came to the sound for our Proto Lancer, it was important to us to track down the exact make and model that was recorded back in 2006 and rebuild it from the ground up using our new sound effects system. This chainsaw has a 14-inch blade with that signature meaty yet intimate sound, and when it revs, you can hear all the gnarly details. In terms of how you'll experience Kelowna, I always think about our acoustic system like this. I'm walking down a street and I hear the sound reflecting off the walls around me. Then I step into an alley and everything immediately tightens. I come back out into a wide space and the sound opens up again, almost like a cathedral. And it's not just those spaces, it's the transitions between them where the magic really happens. That's where things feel alive. That's acoustics in real time.
In a forest.
It's a heavy world. And what better way to experience its dread and tension than through the music and sound that surrounds you?
Matt.
No other game does the squad like Gears does. Our themes, our gameplay, and our modes, they all revolve around this core element. But it's not just about the brotherhood that you experience in the stories. It's also about the bonds you create with your friends. Co-op has always been a part of our DNA. And like every great Gears game, you can bring your own squad to this fight. In campaign, all 4 characters are playable from the start. And we support 4-player online co-op, 2-player split screen on console.
ما أعتقد إن في لعبة ثانية.
Our sweaty squad-based PvP is back with the
نروح ناكل وبنرجع نفتح بث نكمل فيه ألعاب. نحن نلعب هالو نايت سيلك سونج فاللي حاب يكمل معانا حنفتح على منصة تيك توك واليوتيوب أيضا.
You'll put your skill to the test alongside a seasonal roadmap of killer content, almost all of which you can just earn by playing the game, completing in-game challenges, events, and achievements. And today, we're excited to announce a dynamic new evolution of Gears' iconic PvE mode, Horde Siege. It's a 12-player mode where all 3 squads fight alongside each other to battle the Locust invasion and defend Kelowna across a range of city-based maps. We'll have more to share soon, and we hope you join us for our open beta weekends later this summer.
We good? Sergeant Phoenix?
Guess we're back to it.
In flashes, Marcus executes a drone. A boomer bursts out. Blood spatters the screen. Marcus tosses a grenade. A wretch claws apart a civilian. Marcus fires the gut puncher. Carlos's cog tags sit on a table.
We can't outrun the past. But as long as we're still breathing, we're the ones that keep fighting.
V.
20 years of Gears is such a milestone. It is such an honor and also a huge responsibility to make sure we deliver on the story of Gears.
Nicole.
It always comes back to the squad. It always comes back to this theme of getting through the absolute shittiest of times with somebody else who constantly has your back. And that's Marcus and Dom's story. The story of the original trilogy. The story
والله يا
of
جماعة
E-Day.
الخير خلاص أنا
And the
وصلت
story
مرحلة
I think
خلاص.
we can all relate to.
طيب كذا يعطيكم ألف عافية. إن شاء الله بنروح بس ناكل ونرجع. نفتح بث في سيلكسون فاللي حاب يجلس معانا حياه الله. بس لازم أوقف صراحة لأني مرة جوع. وبيني وبينكم والله العرض جدا ممل. ولا لعبة عجبتني إلا لعبة واحدة. ممكن هذه اللعبة التصوير حقها الوحيد اللي كان صراحة قوي. باقي الألعاب أشوفها عادية. بس ما أدري هل في لعبة شيء ثاني. لأنه الشيء المضحك يعني اوكي انا مقدر انهم تعبوا على اللعبه وهذا كله واجتهدوا فيها بس طريقه العرض صراحه كانت سيئه يعني ما توصل لهذه المرحله نص ساعه نقعد نتفرج.
Inside the studio, we rally around a simple phrase: never fight alone. It guides how we build our stories, our gameplay, and our world. It's how we work as a team and the commitment we make to you, our fans.
عشان أكون صادق معاكم حتى ترى رحت الحمام ورجعت الله يكرمكم ولا تكلمت ولا شيء رجعت على طول.
And lows together. And E-Day is the best expression of never fight alone that we've ever made. Whether you'll be picking up a Lancer for the first time ever, or you're as battle-hardened as Marcus Phoenix, there's always a place for you in the Gears squad. When emergence begins on October 6th.
أخيراً.
A chopper flies low overhead as Kelowna burns.
أكثر.
Title: Gears of War E-Day. Emergence begins October 6th, 2026.
طيب حتنزل في هذه السنة.
In a montage, snippets of gameplay are shown.
في أكتوبر.
A warrior stands before flames. A clockwork gauntlet is revealed.
أيوة هذه اللعبة اللي أنا قلت عليها جيدة.
Dracula's castle looms. Isabel turns.
I know why
باقي لا مع نفس هذه
Senua's
العادية.
face sinks into gold.
هذه قديمة.
Take your seats.
Napoleon dons a signet ring. Birds fly past mountain pagodas. Villages burn. Marcus wields a snub as an e-hole appears. The twisted warden roars. The slayer takes up his spear.
The council has chosen.
Now you ready to get to it?
Chief deploys an
ترى
energy
أبغى
sword.
أقفل بس
Jenny
ما أدري
investigates
أقول
the
في
tree
شيء
hollow.
في لعبة قوية فيها. بعد هذه لعبة عندنا
Armies
لينا ولا.
clash. Soldiers salute. Heroes toast with tankards. Ulysses glares.
Do you expect us to go quietly?
A warrior swipes a straight sword.
I've proven myself.
Have you really?
The taxi drifts around corners and vaults over jumps.
I have come here to destroy you.
Welcome to the surface.
The magpie starts fires. Jacob flourishes his wand. Missiles streak over a city. The cult raises their arms. Spyro soars. Titles appear for Clockwork Revolution and Gears of War E-Day, Xbox console exclusives. Titles for all of the games hover before an ethereal background. In translucent green, the Xbox logo.
أتوقع خلاص كذا. طيب.
Text appears below the Xbox logo. Thank you for watching.
شكرا للجميع.
Audio description provided by Descriptive Video Works.
نرجع نفتح بث ثاني حنكمل لعبة أهلا بس بعد ما نتعشى ونرجع لكم ما أعرف كم يمكن نص ساعة بالكثير وإن شاء الله حنرجع.